Hi everybody! Happy Wednesday afternoon. It is gorgeous here in Central Illinois. It is like 65 or 70 degrees out, but it's that fall 70, not the summer 70 when it's just perfect. And the leaves are falling down, and I had a great time walking my dog today because it's just beautiful. I wish it could have been this way on Halloween. Would have been so nice. Anyway, today I want to show you specials because when the roll around of the month happened, we got, a couple of specials retired and we got a couple of new ones, and I want to show you them. So this is my website. You click on the 3 lines and promotions, and you will see that there are several things listed. There's always a lot of specials and promotions, but the C's and Greetings is the big new one. It is a summery snowman theme where, see if I can make it bigger. There we go. The paper pack and the sticker sheet are kind of summery, beachy colors, summery, beachy fun. And, one of the reasons why every year they have a pack that is a combination, of summery weather and then another one for our snowier people is that, in Australia, this is their summer, and a big part of the close to my heart market is in Australia and New Zealand. So it's nice to have something for everyone. So for example, one side of the paper will have sandals and the other side will have scarves and mittens, and you can pick what you would like to use. And the colors are amazing. Very fun. And I think I ordered this pack yesterday, and I think I will probably use it to do some of my winter Disney pictures. They were really perfect for that for me. Anyway, I just thought that was really cute. The other thing in this workshop is there's a couple of stamp sets and thin cuts, and there is a couple of really neat scrapbooking and card making bundles. I remember telling you at one point that they had a couple of, they have like, I don't want to say 9 consultants who are creating workshops for Close to My Heart. And these workshops are ones that are created by makers. So that's cool. Another promotion right now is, oh, that's weird. That was like, all of a sudden the promotions flipped on me. Just a second. That was very strange. The other promotion right now is one that is Christmas tags. I have ordered that as well. When I get it, I will show it to you. From Me to You is that one, and you'll see, if you go under promotions, you'll see lots of cool options for that. What's nice is you don't have to buy them all. You can just buy one set that you really love and make your own, or use them as messages for your other stamp sets. So that's a cool thing. All right, let me put that aside and show you. So this one, Close to My Heart, has been promoting a lot. It is the Picture This Christmas Cut Above card kit. It is a kit that comes with, you can buy it in different bundles, but basically it comes with all the parts and pieces to make Christmas cards in a really quick way, using a photo, doctoring that up just a little bit. And it comes, you can buy it with silver star shakers and acetate, and it will make really cool little shaker cards out of your photos. And So it has silver stars, and it also has thin cuts for a 5x7 envelope flap, which is kind of neat. So I was not going to buy this because I really like creating very elaborate Christmas cards. But these are perfect for my family cards. I have a pretty big family. I send out well over 100 cards, and this is a great year to include a picture of our family. And so I'm going to use these for sending to my family, and then everyone else will get one of my other handmade cards. So this is a really neat kit. It is quick to put together. And oh, and the stamp set, if nothing else, check out the stamp set. The messages are made to go inside of your Christmas cards, which is always tricky, right? You always put like the Happy Holidays or the Merry Christmas on the front of your card, and then you need something on the inside. Otherwise, you're handwriting every message on every Christmas card you make. So, wishing you the best this holiday. Best wishes for happy holidays and a joyous new year. Wishing peace and love and cheer in the new year. Hoping the magic of Christmas will fill your heart with happiness, and the most heartfelt of Christmas wishes to you and your family. So these are wonderful for the inside of your Christmas cards, and I would have ordered that set by itself, even if I didn't buy the whole kit. So that's cool. Now, the one that I really want to show you today, and sorry, I got a little pile going here. I want to show you the calendar kit because I make calendars for my family, and the calendar kit is one that I buy every year, even if I don't feel like I need it. And I always use it, and it gets rave reviews. It comes with a blank calendar, or you can buy it without. What's cool about buying the blank calendar, of course, is that, you know, all of those scrapbook pages that you've made throughout the year, or even the ones I've sent you, you can put these, you can see, I'm going to put it sideways. The top is blank, the bottom is the months. And so you can adhere your page to this, and it's like you can use a single scrapbook page because these calendars are, 12 by 12. So this is a great thing. And then when it's all said and done, you can just chop that off and have a bunch of layouts that you can slide into an album. Now, another idea, and this year I'm using this idea, is to take those layouts without photos and give it to someone who has a new baby or kids, and ask them to, maybe give them a Snapfish account or something where they can just print a couple of pictures every month and then plop them on there, and they'll have an instant album of that year. And people who have really young children, that is a really big deal. What the other thing about this cut above layout, which I love, is that all the pieces are cut and ready to use. I used to handwrite or stamp all the numbers. They did include stickers the last couple of years so that you can put the sticker numbers on the months, and even though it's a tedious process, it's a tedious process no matter how you do that, but at least they've made it as easy as possible. The kit itself has a lot of parts. Okay, so the main thing is it has a color layout of what's included. It has a stamp set, zip strips, like you trim all the zip strips. You have your stickers, and then it has a cover page that you can make for the front, especially if you're giving it as a gift. And then, or what I did for my cover page is I wrote a really nice note on the front, and then I used the cover page as one of the pages for one that I didn't like. So like if there's one that just didn't fit with my family, I pulled that one and used the cover page instead. I just thought that was a great idea. These are all the different ones. They show you measurements. They show you how the pieces go on. There's like step-by-step instructions so that you know what to do, first, second, third. And then, you just put the pages together. They're very quick. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Oh, maybe we should make page 10 since it's fall. I'm going to set that aside just for a minute and show you. There are all of the different photo placeholders so that you can put it together ahead of time. Another thought is you can make this for yourself and then plot pictures in it of your family. This is that really thick chipboard. I guess you can see it pretty good with the light shining through it. You can see that some of the titles and things come out of that. There, you can see it right there, pretty good. Ta-da! And so that's another piece. These are journaling strip stickers, which is a new thing in the core catalog, that you can buy these journaling strip stickers, and they're just, you cut them to whatever length you need to journal. And then here is another chipboard accent piece, which if we do that fall page, actually almost every page has some accents on it. So I'm just going to pull those out and set those aside so that I can just pull from that. See if I can kind of get myself a little organized here. Okay, now you will see all of the different, there are lots of loose parts, and each one of those goes to a different layout. And so it tells you on the back what layout it goes to, and they're in order from 1 to 12. And so I am going to, while I'm on here, I'm going to go ahead and just pull all of the things for layout 10. So we have this brown. We have, let's see, and this brown. All right, there's layout 10. And I'm going to set those aside. Now, what I normally would do is just take my kitchen counter or something and just sort these into piles and have them all ready for all 12 months. And then you have a sticker sheet that they will pull from, and then you have your base page. It's die cut pages, and it tells you what layout these go to. So I don't see any for layout 10 on there. There's 11 and 12. There's one for 10, so I'll punch that one out and I'll add that to our pile. This is layout 5 for, I'm just going to go through, we'll do layout 10 and then we'll see how we are with time. And then I'm just going through, and those are the punch out pages. Aren't they pretty? Wow, neat. And I'm just gonna put the stickers on top of that and put that in my pile. All right. Now we come to the different pages, and you can see that you get a lot of pages from the different 4 seasons, and they want you to trim the zip strips, but I'll do that I'll do that after. So what we need is the base page, which is this one. Isn't that pretty? Right there. So I'm going to set that aside. And let's see. I think that's it. There is, and then there's a zip strip that we're going to need for this page. Let me get out my trimmer. I was going to do that later, but I guess I'll do it now. And I'll just trim that off, and we're going to use that. Okay. This is, you can see that you get quite a lot, and what's really nice too is that, you know, if these layouts don't really float your boat, you're giving them away as gifts anyway. I mean, honestly, you're giving them away. Oh, I guess I could trim that one too. Sorry. I'm slow today. All right. I'm just lining that up with this little 1/2 inch mark. And we'll put that in a pile for another layout. Okay. There's our base page. And our first instruction, I'm just going to move this over a little. I'll put our instructions on here right there so you can see. I hope you can see. My camera's a little low, I think, today. Okay, so it tells you to gather all the pieces and parts that you need and attach your zip strip. So the very first thing we are going to do is attach the zip strip to the top. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on there, and when I attach a zip strip, I line up the side and the edge, and I kind of walk it across the page so that it's nice and straight. Now, occasionally you'll see me just go plop, but I'm almost always crooked. I don't always care, but I'm almost always crooked. So, and then it says to attach the photo mats. Now, here's the thing with this layout, I don't have my photos in front of me. What I tend to do when I make these pages is I just make them generic, and if I have, let's say I end up with 4 photos I want to put on here, I just put them on. And you know what? I've never had a complaint from anybody who received anything from me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put adhesive on, and I hope you can see this, but I am not putting it near the edges because I do not know if things are going to get tucked in around the edge. So, and it says to put it about 2 5/8 inches down. So I'm going to go 2 and about 5 inches down, and then it is about 1 inch in. So I usually do just eyeball that. Okay, I don't get too particular. I do tend to use a lot of adhesive on these just because I don't want to have anything falling off. Remember, these are going to be hanging for a year on a nail or something, and so it's kind of important that, you know, your parts are well stuck, right? The other part is, like on a normal layout, if I was doing this for my album, I might put a lot of foam tape on. Like I might pop this up so it has a little dimension. But when you're making a calendar, you know, you're going to have a whole bunch of layouts all together, and you don't want them to be like this on the wall. And so I have a tendency to try to make everything here as flat as possible. because they are going to be hanging up. So, and there is the pumpkin spice and everything nice. So there's our basic page. And if you look at the finished page, you can see that there is a little sticker there. There's little like flag stickers right there, and a little heart. So let's do that. I'm gonna pull in my sticker sheet. How's your day going today? Pull this off. I'm just gonna tuck that under a little bit like that. And then we have these little pieces. That kind of goes behind the sticker, kind of like that. And I'm just gonna lift that a little bit and tuck that under. I really like how that looks. Now the little heart comes out of this piece, and you can see I'm already got pieces popping out on me because they're pretty well cut, so they pop out really easy like that. And I want that little heart. And instead of using, I'm going to use liquid glue on that just so it's a little easier. There we go. And that takes care of that corner. And then what else do we have? There is, around the pumpkin spice, there's another little heart right there. Hey Heather, did your kids go trick-or-treating? It was so miserable here. It was so miserable. I can't even tell you how bad it was. It was like raining and miserable, and we only had about 75 trick-or-treaters, which is kind of low for us. And I usually go over to my dad's, but we did not go this time. Okay, so we have this leaf cut out here and this leaf cut out here, and those punch outs were some of the first ones to punch out of my my piece here. There we go. Sorry. Like that. So this one will go down here and this one will go right here. Now, I don't have my photos, so I don't want to put adhesive down, because when I put my photo, you know, on top of it, boom, it'll cover it up. So you want to make it so that you really can put a photo behind it. There's a couple ways to do that. You could just put adhesive here and here, and then it'll be loose enough for you to lift up to put a photo under. Or you could put that on just really thin foam tape just to pop that part up. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it as flat as possible, so I'm going to put adhesive here and here and make like a little corner. So I've just got a little bit here. I remember there being Halloweens when we were kids where, you know, we had to wear winter coats and stuff, and it was cool out, but it was rainy here, which really sucks. It's like I would much rather, I think, have a little snow than rain on Halloween. All right, that. I was really surprised how many parents were trick-or-treating with their children. In my neighborhood, we tend to have some poorer people. We're not in like one of the super wealthy areas of Champaign-Urbana. And the parents were carrying bags and coming up with their kids. That was really a surprise this year. Okay, what else do we have? We have a little, it looks like a little sticker right there with a stripe. And then there's one right there that says gather, and then there's some journaling strips. And then there's also a little thing that says leaves. So that's all I have left for this page. I think the journaling strips I'm going to leave for later. Oh, this one says full hearts. That's what it says. Full hearts. That's really nice. And it kind of goes under the leaf. That was really, really crooked. Let's see if I can make that straighter. My aim's off today, I guess. There we go. And then we would use the journaling strips on there. That page went together insanely fast because it was just boom, done. Look at that. And so there's one calendar page that was in like 10 to 15 minutes. And the photos, what I like to do is, you know, print 2 or 3 of each photo, and then I duplicate this page. I might make 2 or 3 calendars for family members. Okay, let's do one more since we have time. And it looks like on the top of my pile is this right here, and it's a punch out. So let's go ahead and do number 12. Number 12 should go pretty quickly. So I'm going to gather the pieces that I need, and again, I'm going through my punch outs. There's nothing for number 12 on that one. Number 12 is right here. Yeah, you know, strollers, the strollers, people, you know, it used to be everybody always had a costume on. Now I get, my neighborhood is about 50-50. You get half of the people who have costumes and half who don't, but the people who push the strollers and have little kids tend to go all out, even decorating their strollers for the little kids, which is really fun. All right, so there's that page. Let me see my die cut pieces. This goes into number 12 and this goes into number 12. Boom and boom. And then our base page looks like it is a plaid. So there we go. We have a plaid, and we have, it looks like a zip strip. Let me find the zip strip we need. This one and this one, both. All right, there's my pieces. I'm gonna get out my trimmer again. You guys are probably tired of watching me trim zip strips. My daughter and I had this big plan of setting up our a big table, and she was gonna do, we have these little kid fun like tarot card readings, like to tell fortunes. I had this like fake crystal ball, and we both dressed up, and we were gonna tell fortunes to the little kids who came up and then give them prizes and stuff. And that's really fun, but it was so rainy, and we set up initially in the garage, but it was just so wet. Yuck. So we kind of killed that idea pretty quick. All right, you know, I love this paper. I wonder how it would look if I flipped it over. Here is, this is really pretty too though. I'm gonna make it just the way it shows, but you could tweak it. You know, you can make it any way you want. This is the one we're doing. And so we have this, and basically it says to start with your zip strips, and it has, there are 2 zip strips. One, it goes here, and one goes here. And so let me go ahead and put some adhesive on those. I'm going to put them on both while I've got my adhesive out here. All right, and we are doing the green one first, And according to, oh, there's 3 of them. Oh my gosh, there's another one. Let me grab it. That surprises me. I just didn't see it in the picture at first. All right, let me get one more zip. We try to dress up every year, and we do something really fun. Last year we dressed up the car and did sort of a trunk or treat in our driveway, and that was really fun. And that way you don't have the dog going bananas every time the doorbell rings or somebody knocks at the door. And my dog has started doing this thing where he'll bark at people when they come up, but he'll do this weird crying thing when he really wants to see people. He'll be like, ah, rah, 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 rah. And it was funny because one of the little kids was like, is that your dog? And they were like looking in the door trying to see my dog because he was like crying at them. Okay, so the first zip strip is this gray color at 5.5 inches. And then we have the really pretty like greenery one. And then we have a all green with a pattern. So that's those. Those are really pretty. And then it says to attach the large scalloped circle. And I'm going to put, again, this is sort of, it's going to be hanging. This adhesive from Close to My Heart is super sticky, which is really nice. But I always worry about these kinds of adhesives over time, but this one has proven to be really good. Now, this has a gingham sort of plaid. You can make it straight, you can make it cockeyed on purpose, whatever, you know, you want. If you do it straight though, try to get as straight as you can. I have a tendency to make them cockeyed on purpose. And that's just centered. And then you have your photo mats. So they're showing them like this, which is really great. And remember, when you do these, you want to be able to, even though they overlap a little, you want to be able to tuck your photo in there. You know, so this will be your photo. You want to be able to slide it in. So either this one has to be popped up, or you have to avoid putting, you know, the adhesive on that side. So I'm just going to do this number, and that way I can tuck all I want. Okay. And then, isn't that neat? And you can put photo placeholders on. I don't tend to do that because, especially on the calendars, unless I'm giving them to people, because the placeholders have like the size of photo they need. So it's kind of nice for them to have that. But if you're making it for someone, then, you know, up to you. Okay, let's start with, we did our punch outs. We have that big cluster, and it's going to go right here. And then we have a little cluster that goes down here. And then we have the word joy. Okay, so J-O-Y. These chipboards, they're not really chipboard. They're thinner than chipboard, but they're sturdy. You can tell they're hard and thick, and it looks like wood. All right, let me untangle. There we go. So you can see they're kind of thick. That will go here. And then we have several stars. We have several wooden stars, or, you know, chipboard-ish stars. So there's one up there. Find them all. Here's one. And there's one there. And there's another one down here. And then there's some smaller ones. There's a couple of small ones. There's one up there and one there. That pretty much takes care of that. Now, the last thing that I see are some of these little, they look like little berry branches. And there's one down here. And let me see if I can find the other ones. It's like there's a berry branch and a sprig. So let me get the little berry branch first. And it goes up there. And then there's one of these little, it looks like this. And it goes in there. So now all I have to do is just adhere. And then there's a merry and bright sticker. So let's do that section first. Merry and bright. I'm going to put that there. And remember on this, I'm going to use some liquid glue. We want to put it on so that we can tuck our photo in there. So I like liquid glue for these pieces a lot because it really does make them fast. So I just put glue at the bottom. The top is set up so you can tuck. And then we'll do this one. And we'll call that a day. You know, honestly, these are so quick that I really think that I could put this whole calendar together in probably under 2 hours for every page. That's a lot for 12 pages. And even better if I have my photos ready. So what I did the last couple years, I told my husband it's so much work to, you know, make these calendars, and mostly going to his family. And so he helped me go through photos and decide, you know, what we wanted to put on. And then he helped me cut them down and put them. So I'm just putting glue at the top like that. And then underneath the photo will go under. Now remember, how much you overlap depends on your photo, because you don't want to cover your photo too much. So if you want less overlap here, think about that that's another good reason to use liquid glue, is because you can kind of wiggle things around. You have a little bit of time. We'll do our joy. And in the photo, in their example, you know, they have the J up on the photo a bit. I'm not going to have mine up that high because I think that photo is going to be covered enough. And I have a tendency to use a lot of photos from Christmas and Thanksgiving for the whole book. And sometimes I go on to Facebook to get photos of some of Steve's family on their vacations and stuff, so that I can include those kind of summary pictures in the calendar that I'm giving away. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And of course there's room for journaling strips at the bottom so that you can incorporate a little bit of journaling. You can write on here who the people are, and then when it's all done, boom. Isn't that neat? Okay, so we made 2, and it's 2:45. I just wanted to show you, I mean, look how cool that calendar would be. There's like November, and there's December, boom. I know, sometimes the Facebook pictures I just don't see my family as much as I used to. And so having having some of the Facebook pictures on here really, you know, adds a lot of seasons to it, as opposed to me just getting together with them twice a year and taking gobs of pictures that are all the same. So one more time, I'm just going to show you the different layouts. And, you know, if you're not into buying this kit, remember that you can always use your own layouts and just buy a calendar. One of my goals for November, I'll see how close I get with this, but one of my goals is to try to make a whole bunch of different Christmas gifts and Christmas cards, so that I'm not just going live once a week, but just to give you more ideas than, you know, 4 or whatever. And so you may see some pictures and things popping up on our group feed, because I really want to try to give you lots of ideas for the products that we have right now. Look, okay, that's what I have. I hope you love these specials, because they're really neat. And if you don't have time to make your own Christmas cards, imagine how quick it would be to do those photo cards too. That would be quick too. So, all right. Thank you. Have a good afternoon, everybody.